Hi, this is Steve at XYDO. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your first newsletter. It assumes that you've already customized your email template and that you've already adjusted your sources so that we have lots of content flowing in for you. Um, First of all, this is the kind of the curation view right here. This is all the content that we think that you're going to love. It's separated in three categories: freshest, top, and star. Freshest means these are the best articles from the last 24 hours. So these are all really hot, being socially shared and liked on Facebook, etc. The top view is more organized, so it's organized by date. So these are the ones available for today, June 6th or June 2nd, sorry. You scroll down, you'll see the best articles from June 1st and May 31st, and so on. Star is just for articles that you've clicked the star button next to. It means it's probably something that you think was interesting, but you weren't ready to add into this particular newsletter, etc. So to add things to the star tab, just go ahead and click the star button and it'll turn yellow. If you come back over here, you'll see them down here. Great, so let's get started. First, you need to create a new campaign. You hit that button, you'll get this modal, and it's pre-filled a name for your campaign. And that's just your company name and today's date. And it will appear in your newsletter template. So we find that this convention works well, so I'm going to stick with it. If you were coming back and adding to a campaign you already made, you could select it from the drop down here and just keep adding to it. I'm not going to do that though. We're going to start fresh. So that's fine. We'll add continue. You'll see that everything on the right has changed. Now it's kind of a newsletter preview look. Up here are the steps that you'll have to take to complete your newsletter. 1, 2, 3. Pretty simple. Right now we're on content. And right here you can change the title of your campaign if you need to. Again, I'm going to leave it as is. So I'm just going to start queuing over some articles that look good to me, that look like they fit my company profile and that people are going to like. So let's see here. By the way, we recommend between 6 and 9 articles per curation. Any more than that, and you'll find that people probably just don't have the attention span to stick with it. So really pick out the best stuff if you can. Those look good to me. I got 6 in here. And now you can use this drag button to kind of move things around and order them in the way that you want. Here we go. That looks good. And maybe if you change your mind on one of these, you can just go ahead and click remove, and it's out of there. So we're down to 5 articles. I think that looks, let's look for one more here. This one looks good. Okay, and there it is. Great. So another thing you can do is if you have content that you want in your newsletter but doesn't appear in the curation stream, you can just simply add it yourself. So for instance, I found this other article. It's kind of obscure about India's Forex reserves, and I think it's good for my audience. So I'm going to copy the title of it, the link, and paste it into the add your own link field. Click the plus button. Once you do that, you'll see that what you copy and pasted still appears up here. Our system will go in and try to pull the title and the article description. In this case, I think it's done a very good job, so I'm going to leave that as is. But there will be some instances in which we won't be able to pull title and description, and you'll have to copy and paste them from the original article. Looks good, so we'll click Add Link. It scrolls down and drops it in right there. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this up because I think it's a good one. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now we move on to the next step. The next step will be to finalize the content. This is where you take a look at the images, make sure it's looking the way you want, and make sure that the text snippets are saying what you want. So for instance, let's take a look here. For instance, you may not want that word rooters right there in the article title. It's really not relevant to your audience. So let's go ahead and change that. And to change that, it's pretty simple. You just click on it and make the edits you need to. I'm going to remove it from up here too and add an ellipses. Let's see how we do on the rest of these. And that's kind of a weird way to start a sentence. So I'm going to take that out. Not needed. And let's just say you have an image for an article, where the article doesn't have an image itself, or we weren't able to scrape one from the page, you can just go ahead and click the plus button next to that kind of mock-up of a blank image, hit choose file, and upload it from your desktop. Here we go, we'll use this one. Hit continue. And it'll refresh the page, and there's the image that I added in. Other things you can do here are add in section headers. So let's do bankruptcy and Forex here. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, I forgot to mention, at the very top here, you can throw in some editorial copy. It's not required at all, but if you want to kind of introduce your newsletter, or just communicate with your audience, this is a good place to do it. We keep it at a 250 character max though. And also, if you have any kind of disclaimers at the very bottom of the email that you like to see, you can go ahead and drop them in here. Let's go preview and see how this looks. Okay, that looks pretty good. We got the image in there. It reflected all the reordering changes we made. It looks good. Okay, so that's about it. After this, you just go to click HTML to get HTML and get your HTML into your ESP for delivery. Thanks for watching.